Okay, so I'm going to attempt to create a more detailed explanation of how to create lessons in Zoom. So the first thing I'm going to do is down here on my docking station, or along the bottom, I should say, on my dock, I have the Zoom icon, so I'm going to click that. And this is what pops up for me, but if you look along here, chat, meetings, I'll go to meetings, and this is my personal meeting ID. So I am going to start. And I'm going to go through the typical steps I would just as if I was joining a meeting I'm starting or joining someone else's meeting. I'm going to start the video. Okay, so now I'm in this Zoom room all by myself. And I am going to, before I start recording, start screen sharing whatever I want to teach my students about. So I'm going to go down here at screen share, and let's say I'm going to teach them about my Bitmoji classroom and explain how I make it. So now in my Zoom screen I have this. And I'm ready to then start recording. So I'm going to go up here in Zoom and click record. And I know it's recording because I see this little dot up here that indicates that it's recording. It's flashing. So now I'm in the Bitmoji classroom that I've actually just started creating. But if I wanted to explain to students how they could create their own, I could go through a couple things and say, okay, so this is my Bitmoji, and I was able to create my Bitmoji and then add a Google extension for the Bitmoji. And so once you go to the Bitmoji website and create, then you can add the extension and you'll be able to find all of these different fun characters of yourself doing different things. And you can pick one to drag into your Bitmoji room. And if you want to drag in a floor or a background, I can teach you how to do that. So you go to Insert, Image, and Insert, Image. And I like to go to search the web for most of my images. So search for images. Say I want floor. So I could pick a certain type of floor I wanted, or maybe I have a more specific idea. Cement floor. And I can add whatever floor I want. So actually this is where I chose from. So this is the floor I selected. And you click on it and click Insert. And since I've already inserted that, I'm not going to stretch it out and drag it to the place I want. But if I wanted to, I could do that. I could get the size correct and do that. And of course, this is over this character. So if I did have that issue, I could click on Arrange. Oh, I'd have to highlight something first. Arrange, Order, and if I wanted to bring something to the front or forward or send backward, I could do that. So say I want to hide my Bitmoji for whatever reason, I could say send backward. Oh, that didn't work. I could say send to back. Oh, there she goes. She disappeared. And then I realized, wait a second, that doesn't make sense. So I say bring to front. There we go. She's back. So that arrange tool is very important for how you want things to be laid out in here. So this is my lesson I'm sharing with students. And then once I am done sharing all the details for my lesson, I'm going to, before I stop sharing my screen, I can either pause the recording if there's more I want to explain to them, or I can stop the recording. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Now I'm going to stop sharing, and since that's all I want to include in my lesson for my students, I'm going to go ahead and end the meeting. So I go over here and I'm going to end the meeting. And since it's just me, I'll end it for all. All right, so now you see this is where it's converting this meeting to a recording. So I can go up here and close out of Zoom. And once this has finished converting, so that video has finished converting into an MP4, and it automatically saves here. So there is a folder under Documents that is entitled Zoom, and under that it automatically creates a folder with the date and all of these little pieces. And this MP4 is what you need. This is the file with the video and audio all together that you would want to upload to YouTube. So now let's go to YouTube and sign up for an account and get going. All right, so here we are on YouTube, and nobody signed in. So I'm going to go up here on just YouTube's normal typical homepage and click Sign In. And I am going to create an account. Since I don't have one yet, I'm going to click down here for Create an Account. And I'll say for myself. And if I was doing this for work, I would use my mconnell@rsu39.org email, or I could use my personal Gmail. But I'm going to do it, let's see, I will do it for my husband. Since I already have Gmail addresses for both of my personal and work Gmail addresses, iwconnell0472@gmail.com. I'll create my password. And click Next. Oh, just kidding. Can't do that. All right, so I had to backtrack there a little bit. I'm going to actually create a new Gmail address because I had that option. And I had to click right here to create a new one. And I decided, oh, I'll make one for my kids because every once in a while they're saying, oh, we want to create something for YouTube and put it up. So I might let them do it every once in a while under this one that I create and manage for them. So I'm going to do that, create your Google account, and since you already have one through the school, you can just use that. So I'm going to pause it here for just a sec and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and went through the steps to create my YouTube account with a new Gmail account. And again, you should be able to do that with your RSU39 account. And this is, again, what I see. So if I were to click up over here, this is kind of where you want to pay attention. This is where you create. So to either upload or go live. This is just kind of different areas to look at and explore to learn. And these are your notifications. And over here, kyleandabra@gmail.com, and create a channel. So that's where you would go next. You'd go to create a channel. And this is what it's going to walk you through. And I could say no thanks or get started. So I'm going to say no thanks, so you don't have to watch this with me, but you can do the get started on your own to learn more about those little details. So, oh, I guess get started. Never mind. Sorry. I do need to do that. So, you know what? I'm going to use a custom name. instead of my name. So there we go. And I'm not going to upload a picture right now. I'm not going to do any of this. I'm just going to click Set Up Later. All right, so this is where I can customize my channel. I can do various things. But just to kind of get going on uploading videos, this is where I would see the option to upload a video. Or again, up here is where I can upload a video. Once you've started adding videos, this is kind of where you'll go. But for my very first one, I'll click that. And I'm not going to watch that right now. I'm going to go back over here and do what I am aiming to ultimately do, which is upload my first video. So I'm going to take this one that was saved under Documents, Zoom, today's one I recorded, and the MP4 file. I'm going to drag that. Or if I wanted to click Select Files, I could do the same thing. I'm going to title it First Video. I could add a description. I can choose a thumbnail if I want to. It's taking a minute to load those. I could select or create a playlist. And then again, I can decide if it's made for kids or no, it's not made for kids. Or if I wanted to decide it had an age restriction, I can do that. Say, yes, it's made for kids. Next. And then here, there's some options, but nothing you really need to mess with. I'm going to click Next again. And again, we talked about private, unlisted, or public. For this one, just because it's kind of an experiment, I'm going to go with unlisted. And here it says, anyone with a video link can watch your video. And then public is someone could actually search for the video. So I'm going to click Save. And it's uploading. All right, and it just finished uploading. So now I'm going to click Close. And again, it's kind of walking me through everything because this is my first time with my brand new YouTube channel. Close. It's almost done. Once it's all the way done, there'll be a little thumbnail picture here. And then there's this option with the details if I wanted to change anything or edit anything. If I go back, I can see the analytics of how many people have maybe watched it. I can see comments or turn on comments actually. I can view it on YouTube. Or I can do things like delete forever, download, get a shareable link, etc., etc., etc. So this is my first video in my channel. And again, if you go up here, now I have this that says your channel instead of create a channel. And that is all for the intro to both Zoom videos and uploading to YouTube.